Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Kung Fu Panda 4. And this movie came out in 2024, directed by Mike Mitchell, and I believe he's the same director as Shrek Forever After. Just like the previous films, this movie stars Jack Black as Po. It also has Aquafina. Those are the two main characters in the movie, or at least the two main leads. And I thought this movie was pretty bad, actually. And I was very disappointed by this film overall, because I actually really enjoyed the Kung Fu Panda trilogy. Like, the first three movies I enjoyed, especially the first movie. Like, that movie is, in ways, kind of a lot better than it has any right to be. Like, you look at the poster and it just looks like a dumb kid's movie, but when you watch the movie, it's like, wow, that was actually really good. Really fun and very entertaining, had great action scenes. And the next two movies that have those just doesn't impact me as much as the first movie, but that's just my own personal preference, and they're not films that I was ever upset while watching. This fourth movie, what was really lacking for me was anything compelling, whether it be with the action scenes, the way it was done, or just with the characters. Like, I didn't care about any of the characters in this movie, which surprised me, because in the previous movies, that was something that really kept me going. But this movie, nope. And the comedy was really bad in this movie. It just always fell flat for me. And Aquafina, if I pronounced her name correctly, she was annoying. I didn't like her in this movie at all. I just never believed her as her character. And also, her character was kind of annoying. Very much what you would expect. And it's just, they didn't really do anything special with her character. I don't even remember her name. And all in all, there was some really poor casting choices in this movie. Like, from the previous movies, I'm fine with those casting choices, but the new ones, they just don't bring anything special to this project. Like Viola Davis in this movie, I didn't feel as though she brought anything to this character, the chameleon. The villain of the movie, the chameleon character, was annoying, very bland, nothing special. There was nothing interesting about the character. They were trying to build her up as this big, epic villain, and they just do nothing with her character the whole movie. It's all kind of just building up to this big fight between Po and the chameleon, and the fight was, I guess, fine. It wasn't, like, incomprehensible, but I just didn't care, even in the slightest. And I was kind of thinking of the first Kung Fu Panda movie and how impressive the action scenes were in that movie. Like the prison escape scene with Tai Lung, that was impressive in that film. Just about all of the action scenes are great in the first Kung Fu Panda, and this movie just didn't have anything like that. I felt zero emotion during this film, and there are points in this movie where it tried to capture the spirit of the previous Kung Fu Panda movies, especially with the humor, but unfortunately, it just falls flat every time, mostly because I just don't care about anything. The first 30 minutes of this movie is basically just nothing happening for the most part, except for a couple things, but there isn't really a whole lot going on throughout the entire film. It's just Po looking out, trying to figure out where the chameleon is, and that's it. That's the plot of the movie. And also, the beats that the story has are so obvious, and you can see them coming from a mile away, which is very disappointing. The animation also in this movie didn't really look like an improvement over the previous film, which is very sad. Because the previous movie, Kung Fu Panda 3, came out 8 years ago. You'd think there'd be some improvements, but nope, not in this movie. Also, this movie tries to change skadoosh to skablam. That, I guess, is important to say. I don't know. I wasn't entirely 110% upset with this movie. Not just because I'm not, like, number one fan of this franchise. Like, I enjoyed these movies, but this one was just disappointing for me. And also, I think part of the reason why I wasn't, like, super upset might have been because I watched a couple movies the same day that I actually like, and those being both horror movies, and they are Evil Dead Rise, I rewatched, and also The Exorcist, which I finally rewatched, and thoroughly enjoyed both of those, especially The Exorcist, and even bumped up my rating for The Exorcist, because it was previously like a 9 out of 10, and then after watching it again, I bumped it up to a 10. So I think my experience might have been like tampered with a little bit because that's happened on the same day. But anyways, getting back to Kung Fu Panda 4, I don't really have anything else to say about this movie. It was disappointing, didn't need to exist. It made money, I guess, and that's about all I have to say about it now. So skip this movie, just watch the previous Kung Fu Panda movies, especially the first movie. That one's pretty solid, especially for what it's going for, and it's a big surprise for me, honestly, and I can come back to that movie any day. And the sequels 2 and 3, I can watch again. This one, not going to watch again ever. There's literally nothing special or important about it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Kung Fu Panda 4 a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Kung Fu Panda 4 and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Host, directed by Bong Joon-ho, the same director as Parasite. And this one's from 2006, so look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.